Aquarius, Sun, Taurus, Moons. Welcome to your 2020 Sun Moon reading. When you view it is when you were meant to see it. It does not matter the time of year. I'm doing these in order of requests in the comments. Be sure to post your 2020 request up. And while you're waiting, check out your 2019 Sun Moon readings that are still in my playlist. First portion of this reading, we'll go over the traits of your Sun Moon combination. I'll lay at the main cards. We'll take a quick look at your 2020. Second portion of this reading will be the link below to the Vimeo reading, where we will have a deeper interpretation of your cards with clarifiers. I'll be dividing the year up into 4 sectors. So let's get to your Sun Moon combination. So Aquarius Sun, Taurus Moons, and hold on, let me turn my phone off. Okay. You guys are 100% individualists, okay? And you tend to set really a wide range of goals for yourself. People follow you wherever you want to go because you are born to lead, and you're very happy to kind of lead them. So you get like a sense of accomplishment out of that. You feel like you have a duty to people because you're a humanitarian. You can be a little bit, you can be tough when it comes to when somebody comes up against you as an opponent, when you're challenged. You definitely have a confidence about you. But you are very caring. You are very idealistic. You're sensible. You're emotionally stable, and you're secure. Okay. Sometimes you're a little bit too charming. I mean, how can you be more charming? But or too charming. But yeah, that's how it is. You like thinking on a very broad scale, okay, very grand scale. You're very aware of your value, very well of your worth. You don't like to compromise when it comes to your ideas. But the thing is, your ideas and stuff change a lot. So your beliefs and things like that change all the time. You're not very like, you might be dead set in regards to something, and then it can change very quickly. And that's your Aquarian energy that you have. You do prefer to plan things. You can be a little bit stubborn, a little bit arrogant, and sometimes self-satisfaction can turn into an obsession. Try to learn to be a little bit more go with the flow and easier in 2020. Be open to alternative ways of doing things, because your Taurus moon can be very kind of steadfast in that regard. In that regards, it's very fixed. So you want to make sure not to be too biased, not to be too obstinate. You're very friendly and you're very social. You have lots of friends, and you think of your friends as family. You do have a tendency to be a little bit superstitious. Be careful about that, unless it stops you from getting my readings, and then that's another story. You have self-control, and people admire that. You do tend to be a little bit odd, a little bit eccentric, but so what? People still trust you because you're 100% totally trustworthy. You are going to achieve a lot in life. Just make sure you're not too unbending or too unflexible in your positions. We talked about that with being stubborn and biased and obstinate. When you were young, you really liked to toy around with things, and you like to experiment and explore different areas until you decided which worked for you, and then once you figured out what worked, then you stuck with it. Okay, so very resolute in that sense. So whenever you guys do make your mind up, even though you have a variety of things going on, you usually stay with what you decide. So let's see what's going on for your 2020. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides of the universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Aquarius, Sun, Taurus, Moons for the year 2020? What do you see? What do they need to know to reach your higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to divine? Any messages you have for their greater good, for the greater good of Aquarius, Sun, Taurus, Moons for 2020 will be greatly appreciated. What do you see? What do they need to know? What do you see for January, February, March? January, February, March, we have the Devil card in the reverse. Keep in mind, if this resonates, consider a personal reading. My rates, my info, my email are below. Send me an email. We can make that happen. April, May, June. April, May, June, you all have the 6 of Cups in reversed. Oh boy. Okay. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Sorry. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Insta. Let's see what you have for July, August, September. We have the Moon card in reverse. Good. That's good. And then like, share, subscribe, and or donate in the link below in support of my videos so I can keep doing them. Death card in reverse. And you have 3 major arcana here. So it's gonna be an interesting year, 2020. Alrighty, and then keep in mind, I'm going to be pulling clarifiers on this, so click on the link, Vimeo link below for more details. Devil card in reverse, card of Capricorn. You're out of something, okay? And it's something that you were probably in 2019. You didn't want to be in it. It was affecting you negatively. There was a crappy job. It was a crappy relationship, living in a crappy house with your crappy family. Whatever it was, you decided it just wasn't working for you. It wasn't very productive. You probably stayed in it a little longer than you needed to stay in it. You know, and what they say, the worst thing about staying in something for like 1 month is to stay in it for 1 month and 1 day. So you didn't let that happen. You're out of it. And when you did get out of it, like you had that realization, wow, I stayed in it longer than I had to. I should have gotten out of it when I could. Now, the only problem is when you move into April, May, June, you're starting to feel a little bit nostalgic and start to think about it and start going, well, maybe if it was like this, it would have worked out. Or maybe if it was like that, it could have worked out. And you know what? No, that's not the case, okay? It's in the past for a reason. You made your decision, so stick to your guns. Try not to get sucked into nostalgia in April, May, June. You're going to get caught up in that, and you're going to waste more time than you need to in regards to that. I think you have that awakening in July, August, September. We had the moon card in reverse. So you kind of realize that being the situation you were in, holding on to it, what have you. This could even be a job that you worked at previously, you know. It could be your family or what have you. But you're having the realization in July, August, September that this stuff really affected you negatively, and it kind of held you up in terms of things that you wanted to kind of do. And I feel like you confronted those emotions and you dealt with them, and you realize you just have this moment where you're like, I don't want to kind of deal with it anymore. And you see things for what they really are and the negativity. But even though that's the case, in October, November, December, you go back to it. We have the death card, and you're really resistant to it. I almost feel like this is a family situation, because I know it's really hard to totally let go of family. I mean, or it's somebody, or it's an entity, or a group of people, and you still have a tie to them. So, I mean, you're really resistant about letting go or moving on. I do think you got out of the situation here, but I don't feel like you completed it, and I still think you're holding on to some aspect of it. And I get it, because sometimes when we let go, it's like, sinews, you know, or a rope as it breaks, and little pieces of the rope come off, and there's still strands that attach you to it. So, I mean, I feel like it's going to be a year-long process. So be very forgiving of yourself while you're going through this in 2020, if this resonates for you. And of course, if it does resonate, consider a personal reading, and or click on the Vimeo link below. Put in your request for your 2020. Well, I guess this was your request, but check out your 2019 Sun Moon readings in my playlist, and then ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook, check me out on Insta, like, share, subscribe, and or hit the donation link below in support of these videos so I can keep doing them if you enjoy them. Otherwise, I'll see you in the clarification portion. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.